Welcome back to another episode of Lost in the Farmer's Market. Today, we're going to be talking about this specimen in front of you, and its cousins. I bet you're wondering what the heck that is. It looks like a sort of weird seafoam gray-green mass of fluff. You'd be half right. This is Etruscan Santolina. That is Santolina etruscana, the scientific name. Now, I know that sounded like a cop-out. The common name for this species is Lavender-Cotton, because it kind of looks like what happens when cotton and lavender combine in an odd, unholy fusion. They're not wrong. I jokingly call it man lavender, because its scent is a mixture of cedar and lavender at the same time. And as you can see, this one's about to bloom. These were planted last year. They were surplus from the market sales, and I thought, why throw these away? If nobody wants them, I'll take them. Seeing as how they were mine, that's kind of a weird statement to make, but I digress. Etruscan Santolina is looser and airier than its cousins, which I'm about to show you. But I like it nonetheless. It's said to have cream-colored flowers. Now here's the mind-blowing fact. This thing is an aster. It is in the Asteraceae family, which, following that whole business with the coneflowers and the Rudbeckia, you're going, again? Why is he talking about this again? 'Cause I must. Let's take a little walk. So, just in case you're wondering, while I'm filming this, it's easily well over 100 degrees. So, remember folks, stay hydrated and cool. We're going to make our way through the garden. And there's another one. This is green Santolina. Santolina virens. Virens meaning lush and vigorous. And, of course, green. This one is looser and doesn't look like lavender cotton. They call it green lavender cotton, but doesn't look the part. And in case you're wondering what's photobombing, that is balloon flower. We'll cover that in a later episode. And believe me, you're going to find that really fascinating. Balloon flower is just complete curveball land. Smells exactly the same as Etruscan, the green Santolina though. But over here, more Etruscan, though this one's fluffier, and as you can see it blends in well with the lavender. And we're going to do a video on this cluster of plants later and that. But no, what we're going to do is we're going to go over and I'm going to show you the gray Santolina. You're going to see all kinds of parts of my garden today. Oh yeah. Now, gray Santolina, and I only have 2 specimens, one I have to rescue. Gray Santolina looks like this. This is the one that most people are familiar with. This is the one that's traditionally called lavender cotton because it looks like a mixture of cotton and lavender at the same time, and they're not wrong. Over here is another patch, which that is oregano's flowers, in case you're wondering what that looks like. Now, the best part about lavender cotton is that it is an aster. It has insect repellent qualities. Branches of this hung up in your closets will repel clothing moths. There are some medicinal uses, but again, I urge you to study them in detail and make sure that it's right for you. Last thing I want to hear is one of our viewers having eaten a whole bushel of lavender cotton and needed to use the thunder bucket or something. We don't allow that here. Now, what's great about lavender cotton is that, much like rue, it is a medium to slow growing plant, though Etruscan lavender is faster. Etruscan Santolina is faster, green Santolina is fastest, and gray Santolina is the slowest comparatively. They're all asters, so when they bloom they all attract pollinators. They will take hot, dry locations with no problem. Once established, they barely need irrigation. They'll even take cool, wet places. Now, I was first introduced to the wonders of Santolina in Montclair, New Jersey. Montclair, New Jersey. Someone had them lining their fence line, and they looked like they were made out of fog. I'd never seen a plant like it. It took me a while to ID it way back in the day, and this was the early 90s. I don't know if that house is still there or if the Santolina is still there. But it was this type you see before you, the gray type. And then I moved to North Carolina, in 2008, and I saw it in nurseries as Lavender-Cotton. I was like, hey, that's that weird stuff that smells great. A pursuit of a specific herb was born. And as you watch the series, you're going to find out that sometimes when it comes to certain plants, I got a fever and only cures more of that plant. Well, yeah, I went a little overboard with the Santolina, sort of like I did with the rue. However, it largely takes care of itself. It doesn't care about crap soil. It takes full blinding southern laser sun. It does better when you give it good fertile soil, and it does better when you water it regularly, like anything else. Any of those super hardy plants. Nothing eats it, though. Like, as far as asters go, nothing touches it but me. Win. Now, one of the other features of it, and I'm going to go back to that Etruscan Santolina again because it's so lovely. One of the best uses for Santolina is that it has been used in knot gardens, meaning that you can trim it to shape. Along with certain other things, you can trim it to shape, and by virtue of doing that, you can create patterns, and, personally, that's a bit much maintenance for me, but if that's your jam, that's your jam. You can go ahead and do that. Another advantage to it is that on a moist kind of day, where it's rained a little bit and it's just enough to volatilize the oil, you can smell it in the garden. Sort of like lavender on a warm, misty day. You can smell it. And it is a glorious scent to behold. You sit there and you go, flowers ain't got nothing on that. But I believe that's all I have for you today regarding the wonderful world of Santolina, aka Lavender-Cotton. Go ahead and hit the like, and if you want to help the channel, subscribe to it. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think of this video. I will have more coming. Keep them growing, folks. Oh, I'm also taking suggestions. If it's in the gardens already, I will gladly cover it. Just put a suggestion down there. Just not marijuana. Just saying. I don't have that in the garden. I'm not getting arrested. As always, folks, keep them growing.